Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do another look with the Morphe 35H Hotspot palette. So I've already done two looks, two videos with this palette. So I really wanted to work with these pinky coral colors. Sorry, I mixed some in there. Yeah, so I hope you've watched some of my other videos. If you want to see swatches of this, I did them in my first video. I didn't feel that if, you're watching these that I was going to do them in every video because I just didn't want to waste your time. I don't know. Maybe you're clicking on this video first and that's fine, but if you want to see swatches, just go click on my first video I did. They'll be linked at the end of this video in the end cap, or I'll link them below as well. Then you can catch the swatches of all the colors in that video and just watch that couple minute segment in the beginning of that video if you're, if you really need to see those. But otherwise, if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've got you all zoomed in and let's just get started. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with my concealer. And I'm just using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in light. And obviously I'm doing my eyes first. I'll do the rest of my makeup when I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set that concealer, the setting powder. I'm just using my face powder, my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush setting powder. So I'm gonna go in with the color Babe's Night Out, which is this color here. It's like a peachy nude color. And I'm going to take that on this, I am gonna use this. I'm gonna use this ColourPop E2 brush. It's just a, oh come on now. Just a fluffy brush. I'm gonna pick up that color, tap off the excess, and just apply that above the crease and just blend that out. And it's a nice light color, buildable. It's got a little darker, but it's nothing too heavy. Next, I'm going to go in with Heat Up, which is this dark, I don't know, I want to say like a corally pink color. It's pretty, very pretty. It's one of the colors that drew me to the palette. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe tapered brush. I really like it for the crease. I have a couple of them, so just of different sizes. So just a note that having, these tapered brushes in multiple sizes are nice just to get in the crease. So I'm gonna go with the smaller one and go with that color Heat Up. I'm gonna pick that up just ever so slight. So I picked that up, do a little bit of color, and then I'll tap off the excess. And I'll start here in the crease just to see how that's gonna go. You can do little circles, you can dab it on there and then start to blend across that upper crease, like so. Focusing more of the color out here on the outer portion and then dragging it in, blending it across, because you don't want super harsh line, super harsh dark color all the way across, because then you're really gonna have to work to blend that out. So starting out here with the focus of the color here and then blending that color across, and I usually come probably about 2/3 of the way in. You can go further if you want. It's just I like to keep that here so this portion of my eye appears more open. It doesn't get really heavy because I already have hooded eyes, as you can see. So if I'm like normal, how much of my lid gets covered anyway. So just to deepen it up, add a little bit of contrast, draw the eye out, and stay out of the inner corner there. For me, because of my eye shape. And if you want to darken that up, just pick up a little bit more color. Slow and steady wins the race, right guys? So just building it up, taking your time and being patient with darker colors like this and building it up instead of just going in with old ham hands and being really harsh about it and then making more work for yourself. So if you just take a couple extra seconds just to work with that color, really blend it out, and then build it up to what you want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and proceed with that. And then if you want to go back in with the first brush you used, with that lighter color on it, you can take that brush and then blend across that upper portion just to diffuse any harsh lines that you may have created, like so. So that's what we have so far. Just blending it out, like I said, making sure you focus on that outer corner, you know, outer crease. Again, depending on your eye look, that's what I do for my eye shape. I mean, so far, not any fallout, nothing I need to worry about, so that's always a good thing. The colors I've applied well, in my opinion. They're blending nicely. I don't really see any patchiness yet. Let's hope we don't. So let's go ahead and move on. Next I'm gonna go in with Coral Diving, right here, this darker corally color. And I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. And I'm just gonna use my Morphe M167. It's a flat brush. Pick that up. It's light, let's see. I was trying to go for like a light, not like a light, but like a corally matte look. Is what I was kind of thinking for today, but let's see guys. And this Coral Diving color actually has a little bit of, I want to say shimmer to it, but it's got some like flecks in it. In the pan, you can see it, but I'm not really seeing it on my eyes. So I'm just dabbing that across just to lay that color down. And then I'm going to go back in with that tapered brush that I used in the crease, no extra product. And just kind of blend across. I don't know. You know, these colors too, sometimes with these, I don't want to, they're not neon, but just the pigment, I mean reds and pinks, I feel are like a hard color to make anyway. So let's see. I don't see it so much on camera as I do in the mirror. It looks just like a little bit of a patchy spot there, but I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that like that. I'll do the other eye and then we'll come back to this one. Okay, so it's light. It built up a little bit. Again, I wasn't going for anything too dramatic on the eyelid. Now, part of me really wants to apply something else over the lid, almost like a glitter or a shimmer or something of that nature. but I kind of don't want to take away from the corally pink look that I'm going for, and I don't want to use another shadow outside of this palette because I want the focus of the video to be just on this palette. And eye looks you can do just with the colors you have in there. So, let's see. You know, and I did play around with some of these colors and was like pairing them together. I could go in with this color on top, but I didn't like these two paired together when I did it. Playing around with the colors. You see that? So it's like a deeper raspberry-esque color. And then there's this. What color is this? Strobe light. So there's strobe light, and that's what's focus. And that's what it looks like. And it's more of a pink. I'm making a mess all over my shirt. But when I put those two together, it came out more, so I put those two together, it comes out more of like a pinkish, when I put the coral color and that strobe light color together. I don't know, guys. You know what? Let's just try it. We're using colors in here. Let's just try it. I'm going to go ahead and get a... What am I going to get? I'm going to use this Lexi 245 small shader brush. And I'm going to pick up that color strobe light. And I want to put that on the lid as well. A lot of color picks up with that when you start digging into the pan. You know, just a side note there. So let's see. See if it adds a little something to the lid without making it too pink. Let's see. Not really. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna pick some of that up on my brush and spray it with my MAC Fix Plus, and then let's see what happens. So yeah, you can really start to see the pink come out. More of that pinkish hue adds a little bit. So looking at my two eyes together, so it does take away, obviously, you know, in my mirror I can see more of like the pinkish color, more so than that corally color. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit. Okay. So there's that. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna let that dry down because it's feeling a little wet. I want to dry down. I want to see what happens before I start going in and trying to blend across the crease or do anything else to it. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna do the rest of my face. Well, hold up. I'm gonna do my foundation and all of that stuff, and then I'll come back to finish up the eyes and we'll see what has happened once that dries down, and we'll go from there. So I will be right back. Okay, so I definitely apparently got in the zone of finishing up my makeup. I was just gonna do my foundation and concealer and like the basic stuff, and then I was like, I'm already here, I'm already doing it, so let's just roll with it. So I just went ahead and finished my face. I will link all the products below, but let's go ahead and finish up the under eye, and then I can do the rest of my eye. So I think what I'm going to do is go in with that Coral Diamond color. So I'm going to pick that up on, yeah, we're going to use this Vasanti contour eyeshadow brush. I don't know, I must have got it in a box. It's just a smaller fluffy brush. Pick up that color, tap off the excess. And I'm going to dust that all underneath the eye. And then what I'm going to do is take this BH Cosmetics number 11. It's a flat definer brush. So any definer brush, see, it's nice and focus. Oh, poop. Whatever. So it's a flat brush. I'm going to go ahead and go into that Heat Up color. I'm going to dab my brush in it. Ever so slight. See, can you see? Why is this not focusing? There we go. So I'm going to pick up that color, you tap off the excess, and then I'm going to get right up to that lower lash line in that outer corner. And just stamp that, sorry, my contact went a little crazy, and stamp that color just on that outer portion, that outer third. Maybe the outer half. Come in a little bit. Yeah, probably going in halfway. And then as you're stamping, I give a little bit of a, just a light little rub, just to kind of blend it a little bit, but I kind of want, not to get it on my nose apparently, but I want that contrast in color there. So I'm gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm debating, I think I'm gonna use this faux white liner from NYX Professional Makeup, and this is in the color Linen. So it's a, oh, wrong way. So the NYX faux white linen, and I don't know if you can really pick that up. See the contrast? So that's what it looks like. It's light, it's not quite nude color. It has a little bit of pink to it, but I thought it would look nice on that lower lash line to open that up a bit. So to open up the eye so it doesn't look so closed in. That's the thing when you're working with pink, it's a little difficult because you don't want to make it look like you have pink eye. But that just wouldn't be cute. I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'm gonna use, so I used the Ofra highlighter in Star Island right here. So I think I'm gonna use that to highlight the inner corner and my brow bone. Just a little side note. So I love this brush, this Morphe. I love the shape of it for like contouring and bronzing, but this brush, I don't know if this is considered some of their natural hairs, but this shit is all over me. Like I have brushed myself off multiple times and all the hairs are like breaking off of the brush, and they're like all over my shirt, they were all over my face. I was like, what the heck? So, just a little side note. So I'm gonna take that Star Island and put that on the inner corner. And on the brow bone. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do wing liner, and I'm gonna use my tattoo liner, my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. So I'm gonna go ahead, pop off and do that because I gotta get all up in the mirror. We know how that goes. And then I'm gonna apply some lashes and I will be right. Okay guys, so there's the finished look. I just went ahead and applied, the Velour effortless lashes in No Drama. So here's the case they come in. Obviously I already have them on my eyes, so you can't see them in the case. You know, that's just how I do. Anyway, I'll link everything below. I will say that I have really been loving these lashes. So they're effortless lashes because you're not supposed to have to trim them. And I actually like them on my eyes because a lot of the times with other ones, if I had to trim them so much, it took away, oh poop. I got mascara on my face. We'll let it dry a minute and then I'll get it off with a Q-tip. What was I saying? Oh, so the lashes, and then I hate it when they come out so far, like if they're super dramatic off the end or whatever, that they would cast like that big shadow down here on my face. I don't know if you guys have that problem or that little like nitpickety issue, but I really like these for that reason because I don't feel like I get that. Okay. Apparently that was there a little bit longer than I realized. So it took a little more effort to get off than normal. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The lashes, I like those. I'll link everything else below that is on my face. I really like how it turned out. I will say, you know, I've been playing around with this palette, and like I said in the last video, I don't know if I said it in the first video I did with this palette, I really am just trying to take the time to do more looks and play with all the colors and use what I can, because I feel like, you know, all these palettes are coming out, they're large palettes, and then it's like, hurry up to get a video out, you know, because that's like how the whole thing with YouTube works is, you know, people have to get them out, they have to get reviews out, consumers want to know, you know, about the palette, but I feel like there's something missing, like more looks. You know, I know some people do like multiple looks in one video, but I want to play with it over time. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to just rush through here, slap a bunch of looks together and be like, oh, here, 1, 2, 3, done. I want to do multiple looks over a period of time to play around with the shadows. You know, do they apply, okay, the second time you use them, do they apply after you've been digging in them? And, well, digging in them, I mean, that sounded a bit dramatic, but you get what I'm saying? Like, do they still work the same after you've been getting into the pan a bit? That type of thing when I say I want to use this over time. That makes sense? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I hope it does. That's just what I'm going for. So this is look number 3 with this palette. And so far, guys, I'm totally digging the palette. Like, it definitely has like those summer, spring, you know, vibes to it. Again, I still love this color. This was one of the main colors that drew me to the palette. The coral color. Like, I really like them. Everything is applying well. You know, in that first video I did have some issues. If you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link that below or put it at the end of this video, a link so you can get to it quickly. Just watch through and you'll see it at that end cap. I do like how it turned out. I was a little hesitant because I really wanted to go with the coral look. But putting that color over top, I'm actually pleased with it because I feel like the coral color has worked its way through. So now it's more of like a pinky coral color on my lid. Does that make sense? I hope. Yeah, and they blended well. I don't see any patchiness like I did with the turquoisey color. But again, that's a hard color anyway. Usually pinks, reds, purples sometimes come out patchy. So it's a little hit or miss. You have to just take your time with it and see what happens. I feel like I had that problem with the Lolita palette, the Kat Von D Lolita palette. I feel like some of those colors got kind of patchy using the matte colors. So it does happen, it does. But again, $24 for this palette and you get 35 colors, very versatile, multiple looks, and I'm trying to do different looks from different color schemes in the palette, because looking at a palette like this, sometimes it is very daunting to people to be like, oh, what am I gonna do with that? There's just such an array of colors. I don't know what to do, you know, so that's what I'm going for, guys. Anyway, so I hope this video helped you. I hope it's helping you decide whether you want to get this palette or not. I hope you like the eye look. Pink sometimes is hard to work with because, again, you don't want to look like you have pink eye. It's not cute. So, yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate you stopping by and watching it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when I do upload new videos, and go ahead and check out some of the other ones I've already done. They'll start popping up here. Yeah, so bye guys.